Hey everybody, David here with T&D Sports Cards. I would like to welcome you to Super Bowl Sunday. And this is a special video we're doing. And what we're going to do is open some packs and try to find the Super Bowl MVP from that year. And what I've put together here is 1974 through 1987. So we're going to open one pack from each of those years and see if we can pull the MVP from that Super Bowl season. Obviously, there could be some other nice cards we could find along the way with it, but that's the goal. See how many MVPs we can find from that particular year, which MVP we can find from that year. All right, so we are going to start with 1974. And for 1974, we have a Christmas pack here. And we're going to be looking for Franco Harris, as he was the Super Bowl MVP for actually the first Super Bowl the Steelers won in the 74 season. So this would actually be, I believe, his second year card. But we got a nice little bonus here. We have a Hall of Famer in Lem Barney, so that's a nice little start. And I'm not sure about Willie Lanier. He might be a Hall of Famer as well. But anyway, let's get to it because we got a bunch of packs to get through. So we'll start with the first section on the end here where Mr. Lanier is hanging out. And there are 12 cards per pack, so it's 4 per section. And I don't want to wreck this, so I'm going to cut it some more. And we've done a few of these on the channel in the past. All right, so we have Willie Lanier, and John Brockington, Joe Taylor, and Mac Alston. And that is what the back of the cards look like. Good looking set. Nice design. They actually remind me of the 79 baseball cards. All right, so we're 0 for Franco so far here. Okay, so we'll move on to section 2. I really don't want to tear the cards. Okay, so we have Kurt Knight of the Redskins, Otis Taylor, Dennis Party, and John Fitzgerald of the Cowboys. All right, so no Franco yet. Move on to our last section here. This might be the first time I've opened 74 football. I think it might very well be. All right, so we do have Lem Barney, who is in the Hall of Fame. John Wilbur. Badly miscut John Wilbur. Wow. Marv Montgomery, and Tom Blanchard, punter of the Giants. All right, so we did not find a Franco Harris in this pack here. So we're 0 for 1 so far on our Super Bowl MVPs. All right, so now we're going to move on to 1975, and we're going to be looking for Lynn Swann, who we actually have a Lynn Swann rookie card on the end over here. So that would be the one we would be looking for. He's not only the MVP, but he's the this card is his rookie as well, so that would be pretty awesome to pull one of those. So again, we have another Christmas pack from 75. So we will get into this right away. And we got one Hall of Famer hanging out in the middle there in Jack Youngblood. Okay, so we have Pete Duranko, John Hicks of the Giants. That's actually a really nice looking card. I'm trying to figure out who the quarterback is there. I'm not sure. I don't remember a Giant quarterback wearing number 15. Jim Marsalis and Elmo Wright, both of the Chiefs. All right, so no Lynn Swan there yet. All right, so number 2 here, we have the Jack Youngblood and the Elvin Bethea. And we have Burgess Owens, George Farmer, and Ed Buddy. No Lynn Swan yet, so we've got our last shot at the Lynn Swan rookie / MVP card here. All right, so we have Elvin Bethea's own card. Willie Rogers, David Knight, and Paul Smith. And that's what the back of these cards look like. So we didn't find anything terribly exciting in there. Did not find an MVP either. All right, so we're going to move on to 1976. And the MVP from 76 was Fred Biletnikoff. This past Christmas, we actually opened a pack that had Fred Biletnikoff in it on the channel. So I'm going to cheat slightly there and say that we opened the pack on the channel and pulled a Fred Biletnikoff. So we have our first MVP. So I'm sorry if that lets anybody down, but that's what we have for 76 at the moment. So we're going to move on to 1977, and we have a wax pack here. The MVP from 77 was a shared MVP. It was Randy White and Harvey Martin of the Cowboys who defeated the Broncos. So if we can find either one of those guys, that would be pretty cool. So here we go with 1977. And again, we're looking for Randy White and Harvey Martin. And let's get the middle here. We got some Jets hanging out in here. All right, so we have Terry Hermeling, Cullen Bryant, Jim Chayunsky. Hey, very nice. That's pretty cool that we found a Harvey Martin. All right, so we got Marvin Cobb, Jerome Barkham, Deron Talbert, Jim Otis, Bernard Jackson, and Clark Gaines. All right, so we got our first opening in this video, although we had the other video with Fred Biletnikoff. So we got 2 MVPs so far. Not bad. Out of 4 years, 2 for 4, pretty good. All right, so now we're going to move on to 1978. And we are going to be looking for the first of 2 Terry Bradshaws, as he was the MVP in 78 and 79. And for 1978, we're not going to have to look very far, because there he is, sitting right on top there. So we'll open this and pull that card out. So we could be 3 for 5 so far. So that's pretty good. All right, so let's see what else we can find in here. We got Ray Rhodes, who moved on to be a coach for a very long time. I don't know if he still is an assistant coach anywhere at the moment. And we got Rufus Mays, Noah Jackson, and Carl Malk of the Oilers. And we actually have another Lem Barney here, so we got a couple of his cards. get him out first. All right, so we have Mr. Barney, and that's what the back of these cards look like. It's a nice looking set. I always liked this set, along with many others. Burgess Owens, I think we pulled one of him in the one of the previous packs here. Frank LeMaster and Larry Poole. All right, so we are on our last one here, where we can pull out our 78 MVP, if we can actually cut it. Doesn't seem to want to cut. There we go, I think. All right, here we go. All right, so we have our Terry Bradshaw, Ed White, Pat Leahy, and Ron Howard of the Seahawks. All righty, so let's take a look at our Bradshaw here. This looks very nice. It's got 4 good-looking corners. It's a little off-center. On the back, it looks really off-center. But the overall physical condition of this card is quite nice. All right, so we will add Mr. Bradshaw to our MVP collection there. And now we will move on to 1979, which was also Terry Bradshaw. So here we have a 79 Christmas pack with all Steelers on it. The back is not all Steelers, but maybe there's Bradshaw hiding in here. But we got 3 really nice ones here. We got 2 Hall of Famers and a really inspirational player in Rocky Bleier. So let's see what we can find out of here. We'll start with Mel Blount. And we have Sam Hunt of the Patriots, Benny Malone, and Doug Beaudoin, excuse me. And this is what the back of these cards look like. Again, another nice set from the 70s. Okay, so we have L.C. Greenwood. And again, these cards are in super shape. Like the previous pack, they were in really, really nice, nice crisp condition. Sharp corners, nice cards. This is a nice one actually here. Dan Pastorini. When I was a kid, I really liked him. I was in love with Earl Campbell. So he was obviously their quarterback during that time. So I was a big fan of Dan Pastorini. I believe he was the first player to wear a flak jacket, if I am not mistaken. A good-looking card. All right, so we have Norris Thomas of the Dolphins and Mike Bragg of the Redskins, or now of the Washington football team. All right, so we got one more shot here to find another Terry Bradshaw card. And we got Rocky Bleier. I saw a piece on ESPN, I think it was not too long ago, about him going back to Vietnam. It was pretty nice. It was pretty moving. He got very emotional, and that had to be a lot for him to go back there and talk about people he had fought with. I admired him greatly when I was a kid as well. Still do. And again, this is a really nice card, like super sharp corners. You don't always find that with the Christmas packs. A lot of these are third-party cards, that put them together, and they just kind of throw them in. So it's kind of a luck of the draw. All right, so we got Keith Wortman, Ed Taylor, and Ed Simonini. All right, so no 79 MVP there, no Terry Bradshaw. So we're stuck at 3 of them so far. All right, so the next one we're going to go on to is 1980. And we got a wax pack here. And we're going to be looking for Jim Plunkett, as he was the MVP of Super Bowl 15 as the Raiders clobbered the Eagles. All right, so we have Luke Prestige, Ricky Bell. It's kind of a sad story. He was really good, and I don't remember what happened to him. I don't know if he got leukemia, but I don't know, was he about 26 years old or 27 when he passed away? It was really sad. So rest in peace. We couldn't have a pack opening without finding a Phil Villapiano. So here he is, still with the Raiders. I think 81 was when he went to the Bills. Raymond Chester, Rusty Chambers, Golden Richards. Oh, this is a nice card, even though this isn't exactly what we're looking for here. This is a really nice card. Got a Walter Payton on the Bears team leaders. We'll keep that aside. Jack Thompson, Dave Pear, Benny Barnes, Ray Guy, he's in the Hall of Fame. I think he was the first punter to get into the Hall of Fame. And Tommy Kramer. Tommy Kramer was pretty good. He was up and down, but he had his moments. And this the '79 season was a really nice-looking season. He had good statistics here. Okay. All right, so no MVP there, but we found a Bears team leader with Walter Payton on it, so that's always a good thing. Okay, so now we will move on to 1981, Super Bowl 16, where the 49ers defeated the Bengals at the now since demolished Pontiac Silverdome. And we will be looking for Joe Montana. He was the MVP of that Super Bowl, and this happens to be the year of his rookie card. So that would be pretty unbelievable if we pulled one of those out of here. We got some gum stuck. We got a nice card on the back there, though. So hopefully the gum didn't mess that up too much. All right. So flip these over. And I don't know. This is a card that obviously highlights the previous Super Bowl, and it has Jim Plunkett on it, even though it was not the year we were looking for. I'm going to put this up here anyway, since that commemorates the Super Bowl with Jim Plunkett on it, and he was the MVP. Sorry to repeat myself, but I think that's fair in this little show we're doing here. All right, so we got Freddie Solomon. We got Jack Youngblood, who is in the Hall of Fame, which we saw one of his cards shared with Elvin Bethea earlier. Chris Barr, Gary Fensick, Mike Fuller. Hey, another Harvey Martin card. Got the Giants team leaders, Ahmad Rashad, Ezra Johnson, Frank Lewis, Tony Reed, another Ray Guy, Haven Moses, and a Terry Bradshaw. And the gum doesn't seem to look too bad on that. I'm going to leave that one to the side as well. All right, so no Montana MVP there, but we kind of made up for it with the Plunkett, at least in my eyes we did. All right, so now we're going to move on to 1982. And this was the strike year. The Redskins won the Super Bowl by defeating the Dolphins in a relatively close game. And the MVP for that was Mr. John Riggins. So hopefully we can pull a Riggins out of here. That would be fun. And we opened a bunch of these packs in a previous video. I don't recall finding a Riggins in there. Otherwise, I don't know, I might have cheated and put them up here again. But this way we get to open another one of these packs. So it's a win-win regardless. Okay, so we got a Broncos team leader card, Dorial Harris, Ozzie Newsome in action, Kevin House in action, Monty Jackson, Clarence Scott, Reese McCall, Alfred Jenkins in action. And we got a Dan Fouts sticker. Got an All-Pro of Roynell Young, Ron Springs, Doug France, Johnny Lamb Jones, Mike Barber, Doug Wilkerson, and Robert Jackson. So no John Riggins, unfortunately. Didn't really pull anything really of much note in here. Got a bunch of in-action cards. All right. Okay, so that's 82. So we're still stuck on 4 here. So now we're going to move on to 83, where we will look for a Marcus Allen, which happens to be his rookie card. We have one sitting over here as well. But yes, he was the MVP, and he played an unbelievable game. Unbelievable game. He had one of the most memorable, if not the most memorable runs in Super Bowl history in the second half. And the Raiders really just ran all over the Redskins. So maybe we'll find another Marcus Allen. All right, we got Charlie Brown, who, if memory serves correctly, was a member of the Smurfs, the wide receiver core of the Redskins. And we got NFC or NFL punting leader card. Nesby Glasgow, Dexter Manley. I'm going to say, I wonder if this is his rookie card. I don't know if it is. I'm not sure if this was his first card. I'll put it aside. It was either this one or the previous year. Okay, Bill Kenny. Got a Seahawks team leader card. Got a Joe Theismann. I guess this was the puzzle piece from the 82 Super Bowl. I got a Rams team leader card. Jarris White. I'm sorry, this is the backs of the cards. Lauren Toes, Rod Martin, Mark Gastineau, Wayne Wilson, and Hannaford Dixon. So no Marcus Allen. All right, so we're still stuck on 4. So now we're going to move on to 1984, which was Super Bowl 19, which featured the 49ers beating the Dolphins, and again features Joe Montana as the Super Bowl MVP. So that would be pretty cool if we could find his card in here. There's also some pretty big name rookies in here, namely Dan Marino and John Elway. And actually one that we're looking at in the back here. I think Kurt Warner's rookie card is this set from the Seahawks. And we got one on the back there, so we'll take a look at that when we get to it. Alrighty. Okay, so we're looking for Joe Montana. So we have Jeff Chadwick, Harold Carmichael, And that's the back of these. He was a tremendous player, played a long time. I believe he did play his whole career with the Eagles. He was a great receiver. Roy Green, he was another great receiver. Darryl Green. Oh, look at the card behind this. Wow. Oh, boy. Okay, Darryl Green is in the Hall of Fame, and this is his rookie card. And I know we're looking for MVPs, but this is utterly unbelievable. Wow. This is incredible that we pulled this card out of here. It is a little off center because you can see the frame is tilted, but a John Elway. Wow. It's got really sharp corners. This card is not perfect, I will say that, but it is in really, really top physical shape. Wow, I've said this before. I don't have too many words right at the moment here. So we'll get that one in a one touch definitely. All right, so we have Steve August, Darrell Ray, Pete Johnson. I have a Bears team leader card that has Walter Payton on it, so that's always a good thing. And we have, as I mentioned earlier, we got a Kurt Warner rookie card. This is an amazing pack. Darryl Green, Kurt Warner, John Elway. I mean, if we get a Dan Marino, I don't know what I'll do here. He had a really good career. It wasn't terribly long, but he was very, very good for a short period of time. All right, so we got a game piece here, which I'm sure has expired. Super Bowl bonus. It's too bad they don't use this to protect the cards like they did in some of the OPC hockey packs we opened. That was really great that we were able to get the cards protected. All right, so we got Paul McDonald. We have a second year Marcus Allen here. This is awesome. This is a third year Ronnie Lott. That's a super nice card. Carl Birdsong, Ted Hendricks, who was also in the Hall of Fame. This was like one of the most amazing packs I've ever opened for anything. To pull all the cards that we did in that. Highlighted, of course, by our John Elway rookie card here. And I almost forgot who we were looking for initially, but it was Joe Montana. But we did not find the Joe Montana. However, we will gladly settle for a John Elway rookie card. All right, so that takes care of 1984. And now we're going to move on to 85. And the 85 season was the Bears against the Patriots, in which the Bears just had a phenomenal season and completely demolished the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And the MVP was Richard Dent, and I honestly did not remember that at all. I don't remember that game being very entertaining either. It probably wasn't entertaining to most people unless you were a Bears fan. I mean, they just ran all over them, as they should have. I mean, they were such a dominant team that year. They certainly deserved to win the Super Bowl. And yeah, they were one of the greatest defensive teams in the league history. All right, so we are going to be looking for Richard Dent, and it happens to be his rookie card too. So that would be pretty fun if we could pull that out. So let's get the end cut off here, and this one we get a little bit of a bonus because I have a stack of these, so it made it pretty easy to just pull one out and get going through here. We did one of these recently in our weekend way back for 85. Unfortunately, a lot of the cards were damaged in that. Hopefully that's not the case with this one. But we pulled some pretty nice ones there that just had bent corners like all the way through. Like every card in the cello was damaged. So that was unfortunate. All right. So let's see what we can get out of here. Oh, we got a Warren Moon rookie card. Hopefully the gum stain on this isn't too bad. We'll have to look into that at some point along the way here. See what we can do about cleaning that up, because this is a very condition sensitive set because of the black borders. All right, so we got Gerald Carter, Keith Dorney, AFC Championship game. The Dolphins beating the Steelers. That was actually from the 83 season, or the 80, yeah, I guess that was from the 83 season, right? Was it 83 or 84? I guess it was 84. I'm sorry. I'm like losing my mind here. 84, yes. Jeff Bryant, Stump Mitchell. I think we pulled one of these in one of our shows as well. Paul McFadden, Mike Bell, and yes, the Warren Moon rookie card. I mean, other than the gum on this, I mean, this card looks really nice. It's centered really nicely. I'm gonna have to look into like how you get gum off the surface of these cards. I mean, it's not too bad, but I know that the grading places are very particular about everything with the card. I mean, this card isn't perfectly centered. It's top to bottom. Well, if you're looking at it laterally, it's top to bottom. It's off a bit. Yeah, the back looks good. The back's a little off center, but that's pretty awesome. Nice card, even though it's not Richard Dent. We'll take it. All right, so we got Boyce Green, Raphael Septien, Dave Craig, Van Williams, Steve Fuller, and Sylvester Stamps. That's our first cello from 85. And we got a Lynn Dickey here. Ooh. Definitely hung around for a really long time. Okay. So at least this time we didn't get gum on something that's too up there in value. All right, so we have Jeff Chadwick, Rulon Jones, Fred Young, Gerald Riggs, Mike Pitts, Nolan Cromwell. Very off center. I always liked him. I thought he was just a great player. Just a fun guy to watch. He was really fast. Really, really fast. Kenny Johnson and the Randy Cross that had the gum all over it. Oh, this is a nice card. That's a really nice card. 1,000-yarder gets the ball. Who is this? That's Sammy Winder? Probably. Yep. That is a really nice card. I'm going to put that one aside there. All right, Leroy Irvin, Jamie Williams, Lionel James, Alfred Jackson, another one of him. I think we had him in one of the previous packs. And Lynn Dickey. It's got some residue on. I don't know what the residue. Oh, he was probably on the other side of the gum. Alrighty. So we got one more cello in our 85 here. One more shot at finding the Richard Dent. This does not want to open. There we go. I'm always afraid of these like tearing and then messing up the corners potentially. But I think we did okay there. Okay, so we have a diving for the goal line. And that looks like Marcus Allen on there. Man, there's a lot of gum powder on these cards. It's got a dinged corner on it. That's too bad. All right, so we got Kent Hill, Don Rogers, got a Neil Lomax, the Cardinals team card, R.C. Thielman, Ron Jaworski. Hey, there's a Sammy Winder. And here's the gum, which the only purpose at this point it serves is messing up cards. Duran Cherry, Jimmy Cefalu, Chargers team leader. Gary Danielson, who's made a nice career for himself as a college football analyst. Leonard Thompson, Mike Haynes, and Norm Johnson. So no Richard Dent, unfortunately. All these packs did here was make a mess all over the board here. All right, but we did pull a Warren Moon rookie out of there, so that was pretty awesome, to say the least. All right, but we have not found a Super Bowl MVP in a while here, I feel like. So we're moving on to 86 now, and 86, Phil Simms was the Super Bowl MVP. So hopefully we can find one of him in here. That would be nice. And I'm having the same problem with this gum here that it ruined my Bruce Smith rookie card in a previous video that we did. But at least this time it's, well, just Tony Hill. Sorry, Tony. But that piece of gum is not coming off. All right, so let's get these cards out of the way. These are stuck. I think this happened in the previous pack I opened too, where the 1,000-yard club card stuck to the other one. Yep, it looks like it tore the surface of the Roger Craig. All right, so we got a Donald Igwebiki, who's a kicker for the Buccaneers for not very long, a short period of time. Carlton Williamson, Tim Lewis, Gerald Riggs, Buster Rhymes, Dave Archer, Frank Minifield, he was pretty good. George Wansley and Roger Craig. Oh, we got two Roger Craigs. Okay, so we actually got one that's in very good shape. And that's the back of the cards, obviously, there. And then we got one that has surface damage from the 1,000-yard club. I guess that's kind of what happens. The gum probably creates some moisture, sticks to the packs, and causes some of the cards to stick together. Like the material on this is a little different than the regular cards. That's unfortunate, but that's what you get with a pack that's 35 years old. All right, Jacob Green, Bill Pickel, Mick Luckhurst, Steve Watson, Freddie Joe Nunn, and William Gay. All right, so no Phil Simms. So we got one more chance at finding a Super Bowl MVP here. All right, so this is our last pack of the video, and this is 1987, and we would be looking for Doug Williams, who was not only the first black quarterback to start a Super Bowl game, he was the first black quarterback to win the Super Bowl MVP, but I guess that kind of coincides with the other. All right. And the Redskins did an unbelievable job of destroying the Broncos. Before the Broncos finally got their act together in the late 90s, they were getting killed in all the other Super Bowls they played in, including the the Giants the previous year, and then again with the 49ers 2 years later. All right, so that was Gary Clark. And we got Jeff Stover, Brian Hansen, Otis Wilson. And this is probably a Chargers team leader card, and it is. And we got a Charles Haley. This might be Charles Haley's rookie card. I think it is. I believe it is. That's really nice. That's really cool that we got a Charles Haley rookie card. Even though we weren't looking for him, we're looking for Doug Williams. All right, so we got Cody Rissian, Rick Bryan, the Lions team card featuring Eric Hipple, Chris Washington, Keith Millard, Mike Richardson, Terry Kennard, Steve Cox, Ron Stark, Ron Fellows, and Leonard Marshall with the gum stain. Alrighty, so that was our last pack of the video. And I felt like in the beginning we did pretty well, even though we cheated a little, having a card showing on top, but that's okay. I suppose if you're going to be really picky, the Harvey Martin is really the only true one that we pulled. But the Bradshaw was in a pack, so that has to count. And the Plunkett we moved up from, or we moved back from the following year just because it featured him and he was the MVP. So as I said, for this video, this counts. But anyway, this was a lot of fun. It took a little while because we had a lot of packs to go through, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. This was something a little different and gave us a chance to open a bunch more packs. So I hope everybody enjoys the game. It should be a great one. You know, you got the king of Super Bowls and Tom Brady against Mr. Mahomes, who will be looking to become maybe the next king because he's quite good and he's already won one, and obviously he's looking for another one here. So hopefully it'll be a really great game. That's all we can ask for, unless we're fans of the Bucs or the Chiefs. So I want to thank everybody for joining us, and you know, if you stuck with us through this whole thing, thank you so much. We will be coming back tomorrow with another new video. We're going to do our, as we mentioned yesterday, we're going to be doing our first Modern Monday. We're going to open some packs from 2020 Topps Update. I believe the new baseball cards will be coming out shortly, so we look forward to those as well, since we're going to try to integrate some newer stuff. And it's not going to be just baseball. We'll do some football and hockey and perhaps some basketball. We'll see. But again, I want to thank everybody for joining us. As always, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and again, enjoy the game, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.